Ooh. Well, hello, guys. Mark Holmes here, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I'm still getting set up here, so I'm looking for the stream. So bear with me while we get some people in the house. I hope everybody's doing well, or at least as best as can be expected. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Brother, can you hear me? There's Q. Q was one of the first ones in the house. Still don't know. So, yeah, so there's YouTube has a new. If you've never done YouTube, YouTube has, of course, the application of what you have to do, and they have the new studio, and I'm still learning how to do everything in there. So they're letting you know that the old application is going away, and I'm still trying to learn how to use the live stream on here. So still getting set up on it. Hope everybody's doing well. I'll be with you in just a second as soon as I can see the chat. Oh, wait, damn. That's the new member. Cowboys abroad. Thank you for being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. I appreciate that. But somehow I'm in the wrong chat. Cowboys abroad. Appreciate you, bro. Where is Stream Now Classic? Hold on. I'm still trying to get there, and unfortunately, I got the camera too far away that I can't see what the hell I'm looking at. So, where is. Okay, hold on. I see Cowboys Abroad. That's not the one that I'm usually looking at. Hmm. Hang on, I'll get there. I'll get there. Okay, you know. Listen, you ain't got no place to go right now. Okay, you got no place to go, so just hold tight. Hold tight. Okay, hold tight. All right. But Cowboys Abroad, thank you for becoming a member. Email me at cowboysmark94 at gmail so that way I can get your shot glass out on Monday because I've got, man, we had a big load picked up today by the mailman, and I want to try and do something nice for the mailman. Um, grocery store, there's one grocery store that has the really good masks and stuff, and I haven't gotten the other ones made yet. Um, Clarence is looking for the elastic. Oh, here we go. The elastic, so that way he can make some more of them. I got some fabric, and I found some Cowboys material, so I'll probably have about 15 or 20 Cowboys ones, and they're going to order some more fabric in Cowboys colors so we can actually get some more made. But I've got some like SpongeBob and Batman and stuff like that because listen, if it comes in your ass, okay, are you one of those guys that say, if it's not a Dallas Cowboy one, I'd rather die as opposed to wearing, a Batman one? Well, if that's you, well then go ahead and die. I'm just trying to do the best I can. So Tierra, big load. How you doing, Tierra? Q PC76. What's up? I haven't watched your video on Jalen Hurts yet. Okay, well, interestingly enough, shout out to everybody who's watching in here. So now I can see the comments. Yeah, I think it looks kind of cool because, oh, ooh, that's got warm. I got my coffee cup, and I can lean forward without getting my face caught on fire. Mike J, hey, how are you doing? Let's see. Keep your ass at home. Finally, I've been scratching and waiting for the fireside chat. Well, see, normally I just go ahead and do those and upload it. So I'm just decided. I said, you know what? Let me do a live stream, so I can talk to my people and say, hey, what's up? Um, Dougie Fresh, what's going on, man? See, somebody needs to make the profile Slick Rick because you got to have Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh because this is called the show. Da 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 da. Okay. All right. For those of you guys don't know, back in 1984, that was Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh. Okay, that was the biggest jam going on. Okay. What brand of coffee? I just use Maxwell House. I'm just like, simple coffee. I put my keto coffee creamer in there. I put some heavy cream in it, and then I put a little whipped cream on top of it, and I'm literally addicted to it. So that's what I have in here. I love seeing everybody from Vosh, Big Game James, and the Laws live stream. We appreciate seeing you too, Zach. So thank you. Shout out to you. What's it do? Augustine, what's up? I'm cooking some carne asada. Oh, man. Augustine, if it weren't for social distancing, I'd be over at your house because I'd love to have some carne asada. I did some burgers with some mushrooms and Swiss cheese and some sweet potato fries for dinner myself. Just finished eating. And that's where now I'm just kind of chilled and relaxed, getting my coffee in. Hey there, Mark. Much love. How you doing, Kevin? Um, yeah, stay safe. So everybody, that's the first thing you got to understand here. Stay safe. All right. You got so many people that are misbelieving. Q or somebody shared with me that people in Los Angeles are going out hiking and on the beaches that are closed. Come on, people. Let's be real here. This shit is real. Now, California has made some strides that it didn't blow up as bad as it could because they were one of the first ones to start saying, lock this shit down. Stay home. Or if you do go out, you can't be out playing ball with your friends. You can't be all up shaking hands and having a party and passing the cigarette and stuff. You can't be doing that kind of stuff. The best thing to do is stay home. Now, I'm going to be the first one to admit that I was out today because I was out trying to get some more fabric so I can get it to Clarence's wife so she can make some more masks that I can kind of give away to people and try and help them out. Okay? But we can't here in Ohio. You can what here in Ohio? What, you can still hang out? Bobby, I'm going to tell you. That's what everybody, people in Florida, they thought, oh, man, that's Seattle, Washington, man. That ain't us. We ain't worried about it. And you see how Florida is blowing up right now. New Orleans, man, that's Seattle, Washington, man. We going to have Mardi Gras, okay? Come hell or high water, we going to party. And you see New Orleans is blowing up, right? You understand that, right? It's just a matter of time before it gets there. Now, if you end up hunkering down, if you come in and just watch the Joe Boo Sports Report from the comforts of your home, if you go home and just do the honey-do list, okay, work on your marriage, spend time with your kids. You do these things, you're not bringing Corona into your house. Unless you got some Corona in the fridge, which you can go ahead and drink some of those if you're home. Because then you don't have to worry about drunk driving. You can learn how to cook at home. All those wonderful things. You know how many times a lot of you roll out of bed and say, I don't want to go work today. I want to stay home in bed. Well, now's your chance. And now that you can do it, you're complaining about it. The fuck? The fuck? So, Tamara. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, Oklahoma quarterback prospect. The Dallas Cowboys are doing their visits. Excuse me. They're doing their visits, of course, with players via Skype or whatever social media platform that they're using with players. Now, one thing about the Dallas Cowboys is pretty much most of the players that they draft are players that they have brought in for looking at, visits. And interestingly enough, as we sit here and wonder if Dak Prescott's going to get a long-term deal or not, if they're stuck between the 4-year, 5-year window and things, and Jerry Jones made it sure, and this is where I believe that this is the Cowboys organization letting this thing get out. This is their way of trying to put, not me, Mark, I still have to work. Derek, shout out to you, Derek, because you're out there helping this country stay in business. Shout out to anybody who's out there driving a truck, taking care of the hospital. I'm talking about not just the doctors and the nurses. I'm talking about the ones answering the phones, the ones that are house cleaning, the ones that are picking up the trash. Thank all of you guys. Thank you guys that are out there delivering groceries, and those of you that are working in the grocery store, keeping food on the shelves and stuff. Shout out to all of you that have to work. We cannot thank you all enough. TGKTB. I think I finally got it right once. How are you doing, man? Appreciate it, Derek. Is that Derek? Derek, are you up in here? And see, Derek, Derek is one of those ones working too with megabytes computers, and making sure that all of us that now have to work from home with our computers, that they need consultants to figure out what virus they got, because everybody's passing shit around. Okay, oh, read this before they take it down. Oh my God, I'm so shocked. Read this, and then you click on it, bam, you got a virus. So understand, listen, all you that are friends of mine on Facebook and everything else, I appreciate that you sending me messages and stuff and say, asking me how I'm doing. Hope the wife and the kids are okay. I love your your content and things like that. That's cool, but don't send me videos. Don't send me these things that are like, hurry up and watch it and spread it before they take it down. I ain't clicking on it. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. I'm not watching it because I'm not taking a chance of getting the virus. I did that one time, and all of a sudden, all my friends were getting like, Russian porn emailed to them and shit because it was a hacker. I don't do it. So don't waste your time sending me any of those links. I'm not clicking on it. I'm not. And if you continue to do it, I'll get to the point where I'll say, stop spamming me, and I'll block you. Okay? Nothing personal. Nothing personal. It may be legit stuff, but I'm not taking a chance. I'm old school. I don't want no viruses. Oh my goodness. Did we get a super chat? Danny. We're changing yours out, okay? Repainted the green, the Kelly green, and we got to the white lace that we just painted. We'll put it together tomorrow and package that thing up because I want to send that fucking eagle thing on its goddamn way. And so usually, I can't remember where you're located. I don't know if you're one of those Eagle fans that are in Pennsylvania and you're not legally allowed to leave the state of Pennsylvania because you've got the monitor on you. I don't know if you're one of those. If you're one of those, you'll get it in 2 days. But pretty much anywhere in the country, you should get it by Wednesday. Shout out to the post office and the postal employees that are getting stuff to us because we need those. So that one will be ready to go out Monday morning when the post office comes by and picks it up. And somebody also ordered a cherry one. I haven't done a cherry one in quite a while because it's all been these colored ones. That one's going to go out maybe on Monday. I got to varnish it tomorrow and put it together. Maybe on Monday. So we're going to take care of it. Axel Foxes. Hope you're doing good and do what you think. What do I think about possibly trading for Jamal Adams? It really would depend on how much it's going to cost. I want a first round draft pick. I want my first round draft pick. I felt cheated last year that we didn't pick until late in the second round, and I believe that hurt us to some degree because we ended up picking Tristan Hill and kind of reaching for that guy, and we got nothing out of the draft really last year. We had Tony Pollard, and we really didn't use him. But we need to get an impact. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy about having Amari Cooper, but we need to get that guy on the first round that's going to be a beast. And so if we're saying we're going to get him, I don't know. I just don't know. Because it might be one of those ones that you give up a big pick for him, and, he's looking to get a big fat paycheck, and it blows up in your face. I'm okay with us using our draft pick. We got Clinton Dix, who in the right system I think can be better than what we had, but I'm not sure about, trading that first round pick for a guy who's getting up there. That's just me. Tara B explained. Preacher 88. Preacher 88, two different situations. I'm shocked the Cowboys are getting all these free agents. Well, you're shocked because you've been told that the Dallas Cowboys can't pay Dak Prescott because they won't be able to, do anything as far as keeping their players or anything else. Danny, you know what? See, Danny, I hate you, man. See, I hate you because you're one of those Eagle fans that make me want to like some Eagle fans. So I hate you for that. I like you, but I hate you for making me like you. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And I appreciate you getting that Eagle shit out my garage. I appreciate you. We need a strong safety. I'm okay with Xavier Lays the Woods. See, understand, sometimes it's not the players that you have. Sometimes it's the system that they're playing in. And see, here's the thing, and this is a philosophy difference here. Rod Marnelli with the Tampa 2, which is old, like Rod Marnelli. You know, it's funny because Rod Marnelli used to always use references of old. You know, he would always say stuff like racing lizards or um, Neanderthals or dinosaurs. I mean, you always thought of old shit. See, I don't want old shit. I want some new shit. I want some new current philosophy, okay? I want somebody who comes up with some new shit. And Rod Marnelli's thing was, we'll make teams get the short stuff. We'll bend and we won't break. We'll keep everything in front of us and we're not going to take risks. Okay? And that's why we don't get the ball. As opposed to the Legion of Boom. The Legion of Boom attacked people. They put pressure on guys. They would try and knock the snot out of the receivers. They'd make them pay when they got it. They were aggressive. So with us, with all of our cornerbacks and stuff, we look at them and say, man, that guy ain't that good. You know, we looked at Brandon Carr and said, damn, Brandon Carr, you know, what do you have? 2 interceptions with the Dallas Cowboys his whole time here? It's funny that he goes to Baltimore and in 2 years has 4 interceptions, doubling what he got with the Cowboys. So you have to ask yourself, did Brandon Carr all of a sudden just get better going to Baltimore? Did he actually get more ability in Baltimore? Or was he in a better scheme that fit what he does? That's the question you have to ask. To me, I look at a lot of guys that are defensive backs that leave us that do better. Morris Claiborne. That guy's got a ring right now. That's right. The Glass Man. A guy that we took a number 1 and a number 2 and traded up and didn't get jack for. That guy was part of the Super Bowl championship team. So you ask yourself, was it Morris Claiborne or was it the system that he was in? I think what you're going to see is, I think you're actually going to see some of our guys play better in the new system that's a little bit more aggressive. See, Xavier Woods, if you look at the college film on him, that guy was a beast. That guy was aggressive. That guy got interceptions. But you took him from what he was doing now with more of a laid-back approach. Don't let anything get behind you. Make sure the receiver's there and don't take chances. And with that, yeah, the numbers aren't bad, with the exception of getting takeaways. And we just don't get any takeaways. And that, my friends, is like gold. There's no other stat out there like takeaways that determines more wins or losses in the NFL. And we just don't get them. Not since 2014. So I'm interested to see what Xavier Woods, along with Clinton Ha Dix, are able to do back there. I think that they will actually do pretty well because Xavier Woods, that guy's a hitter. And that guy used to, before he came to the Cowboys, would be in positions to get the ball. We'll see. And evaluation 360, glad Dallas looking at Hurts. I think that that's more of Jerry Jones, because that was, you notice we haven't seen any other interviews. We ain't heard nothing else about anybody else doing pre-draft visits. Funny how we got a clip. Funny we got a 10-second clip of Jerry Jones right there. That was a message to say, you know what, Dak? You know, we don't have, okay, you're at the car dealership. You're at the car dealership and stuff, and you know, I don't have to buy this Ford. I can go get me a Chevy over here. You know, that's right across the street. I'm gonna see you guys later. And that's when the dealer says, wait, hold on. Don't go nowhere. We're gonna make a deal. That's Jerry Jones trying to make another deal. And it's funny because Jerry Jones, just like he said, Zeke who? We not. Oh no. We not. Now listen, man. I've been at this for a long time, son. I'm not gonna spend a lot of money on this car. You're gonna give me a great deal. I'm not gonna overpay for a Zeke Elliott, man. This is not my first run. I had Emmitt Smith, man. Listen. I'm in the Hall of Fame, son, we gonna get a great deal here, son. You get me where I'm going, son? And then you overpay to get Zeke Elliott. That's what the Cowboys do. They always try and it's like, have you ever got a coworker that spends more time not working than actually working? They spend so much time to make it look like they're doing work because they're not actually wanting to work. That if they just went ahead and worked, it would have been less work than trying to look like you're working, not working. Does that sound stupid? I hope you get what I'm saying there. But you know, there's always that guy who's trying to make himself look busy, and he spends a lot of time trying to make himself look busy. And instead, if he just went ahead and did his work, he could have been just relaxing. See, that's the Cowboys. They spent a whole lot of time that, man, we going to make it big. Oh, no, we're not going to overpay. And all this stuff that they do costs them more money. Because, see, had they come through last year, before April 15th, they would have had a contract that would have been under $30 million. Had they come through with D-Law the year before, they probably would have had him for about $16 million right now. Instead, we see all this big show and things and all this stuff we're going to do, creating a spectacle, making hard feelings, and having guys coming in who aren't in shape. So we can say, you know, we can get the deals done. We get a bargain here. That's what they do. Robbie Radford, thank you very much. Dak is our future. Never forget the past. Amen. Dallas Cowboy fan, 1980. Sup, Mark? How you do? 1980. 1980. How you? Did I get it right? Did I get it right? 1980. Shout out to you, man. Dude, why haven't we been doing stuff together, man? Seriously, 1980. It's 2020. It's 40 years. 80 to 40. Come on. Why are we getting together? We got plenty to talk about. Lord knows we got plenty of time. So hit me up, man. Hit me up. Dallas can't? Okay. They aren't going to get rid of Dak unless we find a way better. Yeah, you know, the problematic 33, the thing about finding, unless you find, there's no guarantees. It doesn't matter who you think is a guarantee. It doesn't. I mean, remember, Peyton Manning, Ryan Leaf, they said, oh, Peyton Manning, well, he's a little more polished right now, but he's about at the pinnacle. He's not going to get you much more. Ryan Leaf, oh my God, he's got a cannon for an arm. You know, the sky's the limit for that guy. You know, you can't miss on these two guys. They're like 1 and 1A. Yeah, they're great. And one, two-time Super Bowl champion, going into the Hall of Fame soon. This guy, well, he's now somewhat a talking head. Tony Mandarich. This is the reason why. I tell you what, when we're done here, because some of you will say, you're a liar. You're full of shit. Mark Holmes, you're a nobody. Yeah, I get that. I get that. That's cool. But when you're done here watching, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to the Facebook, and I want you to look up Charles Haley. Charles Haley. And I want you to look at his Facebook profile picture. What you'll see is, you'll see the old Joe Boo. Joe Boo before he had the body transplant, when Joe Boo was a little shorter. You will see that as his Facebook profile. And I'll tell you why you will see it as his Facebook profile. Because Charles Haley, I believe it was 6 times before he finally was voted into the Hall of Fame. 5 years in a row, he kept getting snubbed. And you looked at this and said, this is the only guy that had 5 rings. At the time, Tom Brady hadn't gotten 5 yet. He literally changed the power structure going from San Francisco, winning 2 there, to the Dallas Cowboys. What gets lost with that Dallas Cowboys team from the 90s is we always think about, oh, Troy Aikman, Hall of Famer, Emmitt Smith, all-time leading rusher, oh, the playmaker, Michael Irvin. The reality is that defense was the main reason why they were there. That defense knocked people the F out, and they took the ball away. Troy Aikman in his career only had one season where he threw 20 touchdown passes or more. Only one. Think about that. But it was that defense that was incredible. And until we got Charles Haley, we could not get over the San Francisco hump. It was a shift of power that literally changed the NFL. And so I had my original YouTube channel since 2012. Did nobody watch? No, I put up a video. I'd be lucky if I had 50 views. It's crazy. And it would drive me crazy because I would take it and I would share it to every freaking Facebook group that I was in, and I was in hundreds. I would share it to so many Facebook pages that they would go ahead and they would put me in timeout. They would shut me down for a week or two because you're spamming all of the pages. But during that time, I was also writing blogs. And I wrote a blog about Tony Mandrich. Tony Mandrich, for a lot of you guys who are like, who? Tony Mandrich was going to be the guy that revolutionized offensive linemen. Tony Mandrich at this time was huge. Tony Mandrich was like 310 pounds, which at that time was huge for an offensive lineman. This guy was like, Adonis. He worked out on Muscle Beach and stuff. So he was like on the cover of like Muscle and Fitness and things. But he was literally on the cover of Sports Illustrated as this big beasting monster. And they said, and I quote, "You can't miss on this guy. He is going to be, a monster, unstoppable." Right? And he got drafted, and hype was not real. He was pretty much a bust in comparison to where he was picked. Now, he did come back around the last few years and have, some decent play, but he was more like Chaz Green. That's how bad he was. And this was a guy that they said, you have to have this guy. He can't miss. Enter Charles Haley. Charles Haley, who went to JMU. We used to call it Division I AA. Okay, that's what it was known back in the day. Charles Haley, playing at JMU, a school that had 10,000 students in it, in 1973 was actually a women's teaching college, and in 1980, it basically had club football. Charles Haley was the guy that put the school on the map, but never had a winning season in the time we were there. Gets drafted by the San Francisco 49ers in the 4th round. That guy, as I wrote in that blog, you don't know what you get. There's guys that you think are going to be absolute positive studs that get drafted in the 1st round, like Tony Mandrich. And then there's guys that you don't think much about, come from a small school, never having a winning record, and should be in the Hall of Fame because they revolutionized a team. I wrote that blog, and it was right after that Joe Boo became Charles Haley's profile picture. This is a true story. I know a lot of you like, you full of shit. No, this is a true story. And I haven't looked at it in a couple months. I'm assuming it's still Joe Boo. At least it used to be Joe Boo. And it had been since then, so I don't know why it would change. But that was the reason that Joe Boo became his Facebook profile. Now, here's the final kicker to the story. I didn't mean to go on here this long. I think it was Arizona was the Super Bowl that he was announced as, yeah, it was Arizona, as being going into the Hall of Fame. What's cool is we were downtown, outside the auditorium. I had Joe Boo when we heard that Charles Haley was actually going into the Hall of Fame. So, do with that what you will. But that's where we'll look at guys in the draft right now. And people will say that, oh, man, Chase, he got the right name. He's going to be a beast and everything else. He's going to be incredible. You don't know. I look at the draft as a 50-50 crapshoot because anybody can be great that you don't expect, and guys that you expect to be great can be ass. Look at the Vince Youngs. Look at the Jamarcus Russells. Look at, all the quarterbacks that have been drafted by the Cleveland Browns. You have hype, and then you have guys that come out of nowhere. And I think this is my take on it. This is my take on it. Chris Miller, thank you very much, Chris Miller. We love you too, man. Thank you, dog. Um, what I believe is a lot of times guys have always been the guy. Since you were in Little League, you've always been taught, man, this guy's incredible, man. This guy, he doesn't have to work hard. You get in high school and you're like a man among boys. You go on to the great college and stuff and that, and you got the great teams that are just better than everybody else. You got more talent than everybody else. And you are the guy. And then you get to the NFL and you haven't had to work that hard. Because the difference in college, if you go to Alabama, generally speaking, you just got more raw talent than those other guys have. And you're going to win just because of that, along with the coaching. You get to the NFL, it's the cream of the crop. Everybody's good. And it's that guy who sometimes had to work his ass off to get there, who continues to work his ass off and understands what it means to work hard to achieve and is there, getting there, and realizes what it takes to stay there. He outworks that other guy who's always had those assets and been gifted. And a lot of times you see these rookie quarterbacks who have success and they think, oh, this is easy. And they don't work that hard. Then all of a sudden they get that dose of reality when defensive coordinators have studied everything they've done and picked them apart and know your weaknesses. So that's just my take on that. Did Mark mention Randy? Your thing is on the way. Yours went out today, Randy. The mailman picked it up off my front porch this morning. Scott Linehan, Jason Garrett, Cooley conspired to get Dez up the team because they were afraid of him. Ross, well, I'm still on the fence about the man. I'm still on the fence about the Dez Bryant thing. I just don't know. I mean, it's worth a shot to see what he has. As Stephen Jones will say, player acquisition is a 365-day-a-year job. And the question that you always ask is this person the person that can help my team and I can afford? And the answer is yes, then and it's not going to destroy my team, then you do it. That's the way we're going to have to look at it. But we have to understand that this has to be a two-way street here. The Cowboys have to give him some, and Dez Bryant's going to have to give some and understand some too, that it's a different role than where he was before. You have not played in years, and you're no longer going to be the guy. And I don't think that he has the body to hold up to be the guy. So I'm not sure on that one. Oh, Shane, I'm glad to hear your mom's back out of the hospital. That is great news. Payback, Problematic 33. Yes, please. Jet D. Movie time, Mark. Peace on. Jet, go spend time with mama. I ain't mad at you. Go sit. See now, you made sure you've been out, Jet. I know you've been out. You made sure you didn't clean your hands real good, sanitize, you had the shower, fresh clothes and everything else. Now you need to go ahead and get close to mom. Cuddle up next to mom and watch that movie, okay? Spend that quality time there, man. Spend that time. I ain't mad at you. Well said, Mark. Preacher 88. Wheelchair wins. There you go. Pick and pop. That's right. Get that popcorn. Yeah, get your popcorn ready, Jet. Rex Ryan's comments on Amari. It's a shame when the only way that you can get people to talk about you is by trashing somebody else. That, by definition, is just being a bully. Most bullies out there usually have low self-esteem and they feel so bad about their situation. And I can guarantee you a lot of you trolls are out there like that. This is your problem. Because you feel bad about you or your situation, that you feel better if you can make somebody else feel lower. And so, Rex Ryan? Ain't nobody giving a rat's ass about Rex Ryan. How many times have you said, oh my God, let me go check out Rex Ryan. He's on First Take or whatever show it was, right? Get Up. Let me go check out Rex. No, you didn't get Rex Fireside. So he has to basically scream fire in a movie theater so people will pay him attention. And that's sad. Pick and Pop, thank you for that super chat. Ha 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 ha. Clinton Dix. Thank you very much for that. It's a Ryan thing. He did it for that's the way I look at it. But I think it backfired on his ass some that he did end up getting a lot of trash. But the funny thing is ESPN, you notice they didn't do anything. They probably said you need to go out and apologize. But they like getting the ratings. They love getting the ratings on that. Yes, it did. David Smith, today makes 4 weeks of your self-quarantine because I know I'm at high risk of my health. Keeping up with the videos. Oh, that's my daughter calling. I'm going to call you back, honey. I'm going to call you back, honey. I'm going to call you back, honey. No, actually, hold up, guys. Don't go nowhere. Don't go nowhere. Seriously. Don't go nowhere. Got to make sure everything's okay. Oh, too late. All right. I was too late. Actually, hold up. Can you check the tail and make sure everything's okay? Tell her. Huh? She's upset. I know that. I just texted her. Just call her and tell her. I will. Tell her I'll call her in a few minutes. Can you call her and see if she's okay? Have you talked to her? Okay, I just talked to her before that. Okay, I will. Just checking to make sure everything's okay at this moment. Can you do that? I will in a few minutes. I'm almost done with my stream. Okay, can you just tell her I will call her back and make sure it's nothing at this moment? Y'all still there? You guys still there? Okay. My daughter was calling. I was trying to get Michael to call, make sure everything was okay because she's there and we're here and just want to make sure. So 4 weeks you've been self-quarantined. That's good. We've been here, tomorrow will be 3 weeks that we basically have been very, very few. I could probably count times we've been out 5 times in 3 weeks. You want Dez back. Ninja Manster 54. Hello, how are you doing? Bruce. Carson came from a small school. Yes, he did. Todd, what's up? This is my first time in the chat, so I want to say hello to you and everyone in the chat. Well, hello, Todd Price. Thank you for jumping in. Bringing back Dez would be a mistake. It's not worth the drama. That's the part of it that worries me is the drama from Dez. Is Antonio Brown? I wouldn't want Antonio Brown. No, thank you. Quest Cowboys. Dez Bryant coming back here 50-50, which is kind of like Dez Bryant's catches, 50-50. No thanks, AB. No Dez drama. You have a factor in playing time they had. Okay. He won't be a number one guaranteed. Well, that's the question is I don't know. Dez has always been the outside guy. So are you going to go ahead and now put Amari Cooper as a slot receiver? Or are you going to try and put Dez in the slot? So now you're trying to take an old dog, new tricks? Well, see, Derek, if you put Devin Smith in the slot, then you don't need Dez. Where are you going to put Dez? Or are you saying you don't need Dez, use Devin Street? They had enough playing time to get more than 3 combined sacks. My other channel, YouTube cut it down, shot it down. They came through and said I was spamming, and they shut down my channel. And I can't say that I did anything different on that channel than I do on this one. It was one of those ones that made no rhyme or reason. He has played well out of the slot before. Why do we want Dez back for what? He doesn't fit. Oh, Derek, that's wrong. He can get Dak as Water or Amari. Damn. Dez is capable of running the slot because he never had burst. Definitely, oh, yeah. It's amazing because everybody. We're at Super Bowl 52. Yes, I was there. Yes, I was there. And you know what was interesting was I don't like Eagle fans, but this couple was cute. They've been season ticket holders since 1973. And watching these two, because they sat, I'm right on the aisleway here, so they sat on the other side there. And watching these two, their whole reaction of the highs and lows of the game and stuff. And when they finally won, I was like, get a room, get a room. Oh, y'all are old, get a room. Because they were like, I was like, yeah, somebody going to get some tonight. So, yes, I was there. Randy, and you're right. That's the thing that I say about Dez Bryant because Dez Bryant's running routes weren't that precise in things, but Dez Bryant could make up for it for physical ability. He was just stronger and quicker and could out jump other players, but he doesn't have that speed. He doesn't have that jumping ability, and he's been hurt a lot. Wentz got hurt sneezing too hard. J. Trella, man, you're wrong. My Cowboys family, how you doing tonight, man? Did you shave that beard off? Des can return. Des can return punch. Really? Okay. Um, he said himself he never had speed. Okay. How do you know that? Dallas ain't winning another Super Bowl for another 25 years. Oh, okay. Let's see and find out. If you look at Jason Witten, he was only running 2 miles an hour, but he still got open. Okay. Well, Tone. Some of that might have also been by design too. Just hear me out for a second here. You have to worry about Zeke Elliott, right? You had to worry about Zeke because Zeke is an incredible back. Amari Cooper, he could eat you for lunch. Amari Cooper, with his route running ability and literally being able to run in circles and get the guy to trip over himself, you had to worry about stopping that guy. Michael Gallup has gotten so he could go ahead and get deep. So you start looking at that, and then you had Randall Cobb in the slot. You had to worry about that. Sometimes I believe, now maybe I'm wrong on this, but I believe that defenses looked and said, you know what? Let's not cover Jason Witten. Let's give him that guy so that way he'll be wide open and we can focus on the other ones. Because if Jason Witten gets it, okay, it's going to be a 6 or 8 yard completion. Okay, we can deal with that. He's not going to escape and go all the way, or chances are he won't. But Amari Cooper or Michael Gallup will. And I think teams kind of gave you Jason Witten because they say, oh, he's always open. Yeah, because, listen, I'm worried about Michael Gallup going all the way. I'm worried about Amari Cooper going away. I'm worried about Randall Cobb. I'm not quite as worried about Jason Witten, so let's give you that guy. Possible? Pick your poison. You can't cover all of them. And if I'm not going to cover somebody, it's going to be Jason Witten. I'd rather him get the ball than one of those other guys. Dez are all shots. Oh, jeez. I'd have to say Dez on that one. Enough Dez. You got pissed when the Rams made fun of Carson tearing his ACL in that Rams game. He tore the Rams apart. He had 4 TD passes in that game, including one on a torn knee. I understand that, but let me ask you this. Who's the bigger threat defenses will be looking at? Dez? Of course, Dez would be if he's healthy than Jason Witten. I'm just saying that you can't cover everybody. You can't cover everybody. So there's some guys you're going to say, okay, we're not as concerned. You got to think that Jason Witten was the one that you're not as concerned. Robert Dockery? I'm not sure what that emoji is. Quest Cowboys, he was on a decline under Romo. From 2014 on, he just kept going downhill. Um, you could probably say some of Dez's problems were the Cowboys' play calling. You can also say some of that was Dez too. Okay, when Dez gets hit in the face mask with a football that's right here, that's not the coaches. That's not the quarterback. That's Dez. Um, Dez precision on routes wasn't always there. And what you have to understand is, see, Tony Romo was more of that gunslinger type guy. Tony Romo would run around and buy time, whereas Dak is more of a West Coast type of a quarterback, where we're throwing to a spot and you need to be in that exact spot because that's where the ball's coming through. It's not that I'm looking at you and leading you. Look, you're supposed to be across the middle on that slant, 8 yards right there. Boom. 1, 2, 3, fire. And if you end up taking the route 2 yards deeper or 2 yards shallower in heavy traffic, it can be behind you. It can end up being high because you're not in the right spot. It could end up being tipped up and intercepted. And that's the problem that they had with between Dak and Dez. They just didn't work together well. You think the contact part played a part in it? Contract. I'm not sure what the question was on that one. Yeah, TR, you remember that too, right? Because literally, here it is, the ball hit him right, it bounced off of his face mask. And it was just like, how the hell do you let that happen? And he's not, I mean, we've seen other receivers do that too. But literally, it's like, okay, you got to catch that one. You got to catch that one. How do I feel about it? I feel like they should have been keeping their social distance on there, but I was surprised and taken back that they were working together. To me, if Dez is coming back, the first person you got to be able to convince is your quarterback because I thought that there was something there from when Dak said, "I got to throw throw Dez Bryant a better ball. I got to hit him in the face." And to me, that was like you were throwing shade along with the football at him. But hey, if they can work together, as long as my team is better, I don't care who it is on the team. I don't care who it is. I just want to win. That's all. I just want to win. Well, Randy, you think about Michael Gallup, third round. X is Fox. Do I think Dez has a winning mentality and saw the coaches didn't and called them out? It could be. Dez is needed. Thoughts on the Eagles YouTuber Neo Freak? Who? Who? Who's Neo Freak? Should I know Neo Freak? I'll be honest. I don't. I've heard the name. I don't know. Sorry, mommy. Sorry. I just don't know. Well, Tierra, that's usually the case. See that, and that's the thing that's interesting is wide receivers typically don't come out of the box and are great wide receivers. Usually, it takes time for them to develop. And if he continues on that trajectory that he's gone on between year 1 and 2, year 3 could be really, really good. The biggest thing he's got to work on to is holding on to the damn football. Too many drops. Yeah, I agree with you that had we caught half of those drops, man, damn. Thoughts on EDP? EDP, man, he's the king of talking trash without a doubt. EDP, he's cool. I've actually talked to EDP on the phone, man. We were supposed to actually get together and do a video at the Super Bowl in '52, but it was just that we couldn't get the timing right. I just don't really see a spot for Dez, uh, third or fourth receiver on the depth chart. I have to kind of agree with you on that. You need to stop wasting your time about Dez Bryant. EDP is effing awesome, and I'm a huge Cowboy fan. He's funny. He holds no punches. I tell you that. You really don't see the logic of bringing Dez back because he's the third or fourth receiver and doesn't play special teams. I say give Dez the opportunity to make the team. Just don't give it to him. I definitely think that Dak is a top 10 quarterback. Yes, I do. What's up, Twan? How you doing tonight? Yeah, EDP definitely talks some smack. He'll go off in a minute and cuss you out. Um, you say Dak is eighth best. I could, yeah, you could say he's somewhere in there. We need another center, weak side tackle, safety, slot receiver. This crap. Well, what I want to see is I want to see a guy who's an impact player day one. We need to see a guy who can step in and makes an impact. Two, I want to see another starter out of this draft. Three, I want to see a special team standout. Four, five, and six, I want to see some depth. If we can do all that, then we're in great shape. Bro, we have Connor McGovern, who is a center slash guard. Um, they all drop balls. Amari had many drops last year. Everybody did. I agree with you. We led the NFL in drop passes. Oh, wait, when is the schedule coming out? Um, I think right after the draft it comes out. Yeah, Tierra. ESPN said Wentz is the best quarterback in the division. Okay, okay. That well, again, and they also hire like Rex Ryan too. So there's that. The Cowboys. The latest I've heard interest as far as Clowney goes is one. Russell Wilson wants him to come back to Seattle. Detroit, excuse me, not Detroit. Cleveland Browns are interested in signing him, and Clowney has come down from his 22, 23 to $18 million desire, which is still too damn much, way too much. So no, Cowboy, and for a guy that had 3 sacks, 3.5 sacks last year, come on, man, come on, man. Cowboys legend 27. What's up, man? I'm ready for the draft too, man. Mari top five in the NFL. I could say Mari is top five. You look at the numbers that he's had, even though you take the games that he's been injured and stuff in or hasn't shown up, I still believe that he was actually hurt a lot worse than what people let on last year. I think we won free agency for talent price. Well, only time will tell on that one. What does that tell you? He's thirsty. The way the Cowboys Nation ripped D Law for 5 sacks. Oh my God, for 3 sacks and 18 million. I agree with you, Tierra. Blue got five. Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm just chilling in the backyard. Um, had a great day, and now I'm just hanging out with some of my friends here. And you're joining for the draft? Yeah. The bad thing about it is normally we have the draft, and immediately the players go to the teams, get their physicals, and we got OTAs going on. But with all that's going on, who knows when the team's going to get together? D Law is overrated. Tierra, be real. Okay. Y'all could have had Hopkins. Shaking my head. Oh, yeah, Randy. Yeah, we're definitely going to stream the draft. In fact, I'm thinking about doing it where because we got the new reality of COVID. Um, Skyping in some people so that way we can get different reactions from different teams and stuff. Get like Rashid and some other people. You're going to make a prediction, Tony Peacock, Gregory, and Olden Smith are going to tear it up next year. I'd love to see that. I'm having a draft party of two, me and Michael, and we'll probably end up streaming some other people in. Do I want to live stream with Big Game James and Botch? I have in the past. Just have I've been kind of I just it hits me, and I just go ahead and do stuff, and I forget about doing things with other ones. But I need to go ahead and work with stuff. If 1980 is still here, I told him 1980. Make sure we get back together. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be live for the draft. Ross, aloha from Hawaii. Be safe and oh man, at least man, you know what? If I had to hunker down and could choose where I had to hunker down, Hawaii would probably be the place. We should have tried to get DeAndre Hopkins. Robert Smith. JJ Trella. Thank you very much for that super chat, buddy. We have 5 beautiful trophies. Eagles just have one, and the sad ass foal statue. Cry, Eagles, cry. Shout out to JJ Thrilla. That game didn't win y'all the division. Left my ass out. What's the deal with Vander? We're told that he's recovered, but we don't know for sure because you can't have contact with him. Speaking of games, tomorrow, I think around 1 o'clock, we're gonna do a live stream. We're gonna live stream the game, or excuse me, Week 16 game, Eagles Cowboys. So all you Eagle fans, I know you'll be in here trolling, but we need to do equal time for people. Oh, I'm sorry, sleeping. Sir Cowboy, this one's for everybody that listens to you maybe a little too much during the hunker down time. Hey, what else we got to do? Come on, man. You guys are keeping me sane because, after a while, you just kind of start losing it. You just need to do something different. But thank you very much, Sir Cowboy. I appreciate that. ESPN is trying to play hard. Dallas might take a linebacker in the first round. Maybe an outside linebacker. ESPN is the new TMZ of sports. You're about right on that, Blake. It's the reason Steven don't like Dallas fans is because he's ex. That's what he says, but I don't know what to believe anymore from ESPN. That could be just more made up stuff. You know what I'm saying? See, Mark, I'm the other side of that. I am first round defensive tackle. Second round, you go for cornerback. First season with Mike McCarthy, 10-6 to make playoffs. Uh, we need to stick up to the quarterbacks later in the draft. Draft Patrick Queen. Giants will be like the 2017 Eagles in 2021. Okay. First season going to be 8-8. No, 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 Derek. No, it's not. No, 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 no. Safeties you can get in the second round. We could have gotten Warren Thornhill instead of Tristan Hill. Think about that. In the second round. Late in the second round at that. Um, I might beg to differ on that. Because just because you draft a guy in the first round does not mean that they're going to be a great player. You moved up to get Morris Claiborne. Can you honestly say, hey, he's a first round quarterback? Really wasn't. Um, Good question, Dougie Fresh, on Al Harris. I mean, Al Harris is a great player. We'll have to see how well he is as far as a coach. I don't know, but I think it'll definitely be too many holes. Derek, I don't think there's as many holes as you think. You look at the offense, you say, okay, we probably took a step back with losing Travis Frederick. I'm not going to say that we didn't. Um, Jason Witten going, I think actually having Blake Jarwin will actually give you more yards in the passing game. Getting Blake Bell as a blocking tight end, I think that guy's actually really good for that role. I think you can get a slot receiver. It's not as important as having a number one receiver like we got that guy. Um, you still have Zeke. You still have a very formidable offensive line. The offense is not full of holes. The defense has less holes now, I will say, if they're evolving to a 3-4 defense than they had before. And we went 8-8 with that team that we kind of look at and say, we had problems. But sign Cam Newton as a backup, it's too much money. Well, guys, we've been on here for an hour. I think my gas is running low, and I need to go ahead and call my daughter because she's my daughter. Tomorrow, about sometime around 1 o'clock, we're going to be in the man cave. We're going to be doing a live stream, so I hope you guys will tune in and join us. We'll be watching the Cowboys Eagles game. But I got to go take care of some business, and I will see you guys first thing in the morning. I appreciate y'all being here, and it's time to turn out the lights because this party's over. See you soon. Computer's light's still on though. It's still okay. Oh, I forgot to pour a drink, man. Damn. Pour yourself a drink, guys, and keep your ass at home. Keep it at home. I'm seeing it. Keep it at home. See ya.